Lorenzo D'Ambrosia.
I'm Rob from Reno.
Well, we have a lot of customers that ask, what's this going to cost me and what am I going to make?
Yeah. Well, anytime you're getting into business, I mean, unless you just want a hobby, you're getting into business to make money. And we always try to, before somebody looks at equipment, we sell equipment. That's the tangible item we sell, right? But we try to educate people on what is it going to cost you and what are you going to make? Like you need to have the right information before you get into the business, because the number one reason people fail, and it's not location, it's not concept, it's undercapitalized. They're undercapitalized because they really don't know what this thing is going to cost them. So our job as consultants, in addition to selling equipment, is we need to educate our customers on what is it going to cost. The other thing, like you said,
what can you make?
What can you make? Like if your expectation is, I want to make $500,000 a year in an ice cream business, in year one. Well, okay. You probably need to up your medication because it's not going to happen, right? Like that's not realistic. So we're not here to fill people's heads with delusions of grandeur. What we tell people is you have to do everything you can right to mitigate as much risk as possible, and then you increase your chances exponentially of being successful. What successful is defined at depends on the person. It's very subjective.
Yeah, it's like something I say is you're going to get out what you put in.
Yeah. So you said, what does it cost? First thing we need to do is understand. We sit with the customer and we say, what is your concept, right? Are you a walk-in store? Are you a walk-up store? Are you making your own ice cream? Or are you buying it wholesale? Because all those factors and variables affect what the overall cost is going to be. If you're making your own ice cream, well, you need a batch freezer. You need a hardening cabinet. You need dipping cabinets. So your cost just went up. But if that's your concept, okay, part of the deal. If you're a walk-in store where you have 2,000 square feet and you have to decor the place and aesthetics, it's going to cost more to build out than a 500 square foot walk-up window spot. All those things affect what it will cost. So we want people to understand, get to know their vision, their concept, maybe their location that they may have, may not have, and then we can extrapolate those costs based on that vision.
Pretty much every step that we're making for this series of videos.
Yes, pretty much every step that we're making for the series of videos. And it's all effective. And the other thing is, look, you could spend $500 a light. You could spend $50 a light. You could buy tile that's $10 a square foot. You could buy tile that's $2 a square foot. You could put quartz countertops that's imported from Italy, right? Or you can buy Formica. So all those things affect what your store is going to cost. And I tell people, look, people pay attention to the aesthetics of your store. They pay money on the product. So while we want the store to look beautiful, we want to put our focus in really what matters.
Right. And I think that covers what will it cost to open up, and then what will you make comes after all that. And that's where I say that's what you get out of what you put in.
Yeah.
What kind of owner do they want to be? What kind of store do they want to run?
Yeah, kind of ton of factors, right?
Yeah.
If you're year-round, that's going to affect what your revenue is going to be. If you're selling hard ice cream and waffle sundaes and things, they go for a higher price point than typical soft serve or water ice or Italian ice. If you're selling gelato, that's a higher price point than all of them. That affects what you can do revenue-wise. How many days of the year you're open, what your hours. What type of store, what type of location? Are you in a middle-class neighborhood? Are you in a high-end area? Are you in a shore town? We do a ton of shore business, where the cone is $8 versus you go 20 miles inland and that same cone's $4. But, the shore has 60 days to make money, where the inland town they're open from March until October. So all those factors into it. And that's really sitting and understanding the person. The difference with us, and this is like a little bit of a commercial, but it's the truth, is we're small business too. I'm a business owner, and I look at, okay, what do you want out of this business? I talk to the customer, because everybody's different. They're like, listen, I want to be off 5 months out of the year, work 7 months, make my money, and that's it. And some people are like, I want to build something for my kids. They're 13 and 14. I want to build this, and in 10 years, it's theirs. So understanding their needs, because it's not always about the dollars. Sometimes it's about the lifestyle. Sometimes it's about the opportunity for legacy. So what will it cost? Will it profit? Yes. But really understanding the needs of the customer, the specific customer, is the most important thing.
And that's why one of our videos is know your why. And that's something Rob and I ask when we meet a new customer of ours. Why are you doing this? So to know your why, and then we can help point them in that direction.
And from a business standpoint, we have spreadsheets. I could tell you what the profit is on a $300,000 ice cream store, what the profit is on a $400,000 seasonal, a $600,000 year-round, a $1 million store, $200,000. You know, we can look at all this, and we have spreadsheets where we can input your rent, your fixed costs, what we assume your labor costs will be. We know what the food costs of an ice cream store should be, so we could put these costs in to give you a little clearer picture of the profitability. And then we look at, okay, this is the store you want to be. We know what all these things are going to cost. So this is what the investment's going to be. The investment's going to be X. It's going to be 150, 250, 200, whatever it is. Well, Rob, I only have $50,000. I want to do it for $50,000. Well, you can't. You can't. You're going to cut every corner possible, and in the end, you're not going to make it. You know, and I would rather tell somebody that than have them buy a machine off me and not make it. Like you know, you have to do it the right way, because there's way too much competition out there. And I say this all the time to people. No matter what area you're going to, somebody else that market is already buying ice cream from somebody else. It's not like they're waiting for Angelo to open up his ice cream store. I haven't eaten ice cream yet in my life. Now you're here and I can finally eat ice cream. No, they're going somewhere else for ice cream. Why are they going to come to you? What is different about you? And if you cut every corner, you know, they'll give you a shot, but they're not going to come back, and that's not going to make it.
Right, and they need to come back. So to Rob's point of doing things the right way, we're learning every day. We don't do everything the right way, we learn.
Yeah. I don't even know if just video's right.
But we follow our own advice. So when we tell customers, and I'm talking about after the opening, to get out what you put in, we have our social media, we do these videos, we do our own promotions, and that's what we tell our customers to do. So we keep those, to your point, customers coming back.
Yeah.
All right, well, Rob, wrapping up this video, what else would you say to everyone here?
Look, you know, understand that costs are different. What it's going to cost you depends on what type of store. What you can make depends on what type of store. What you'll get from us and what you'll learn in your research is, you know your why, know what you want to do. You can get closer and closer to being closer and closer to what it's going to cost you. You can get closer and closer to being closer and closer to what you can make, right? And understand what your goal is in the ice cream store, so you can be realistic. When you talk to somebody like us, we've been in the business since 1981. We've done thousands of stores. You know, I tell people all the time, dealing with us doesn't guarantee your success, but it guarantees you got the best chance of being successful when you deal with us, right? So, you know, when you talk to a company like us, sit down, learn your call, let them ask questions, understand what you want to do, extrapolate those costs, so you got enough capital to open the business based on your vision, and you understand the profit potential of your business based on your vision. And if those things make sense to you on both ends, and you have enough money, and the chance makes sense, you go for it. And that's it. And that's when we help you.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.